Coastal Zone Management Restoration Advisory Meeting for Tuesday, October 7th. Please stand for the invocation and the pledge, followed by the pledge. Lord, guide us in our decisions and make the best for our constituents as we look over our nature's trying to combat nature in our fight for coastal restoration. Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, Vicky.
Tony Inhill, Bernie Davin,
Here.
Matt Benoit, Jeff W., Merlin Lered, Dan Rogers,
Here.
Barry Studier,
Present.
Morgan Stewart,
Yeah.
Mickey Thomas.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Thank you. Do we have a motion to approve the minutes from September 2nd meeting?
I move.
Moved by Barry,
Second.
second by Jan. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed. New business, permit application, Ms. Black.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This particular coastal use permit application has been on the agenda for some time. Racetrack is still, it's a proposed fueling station and convenience store on that southwest corner of West Side Boulevard and Martin Luther King. They've been dealing with the Corps of Engineers for some time now to try to work out whatever mitigation they're going to have to pay. They're not ready for a permit yet, so I think that's the location, that's the site, which all of that has been cleared by another owner. That's what it looks like sort of today. I think it's a good location for it, but my recommendation is to put this on hold until the applicant works out the issues with the Corps on mitigation for this application.
Motion to hold.
Motion by Mickey to hold,
Second.
second by Jan. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passed.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This next one, Lowland Construction, is a proposed borrow pit. There is an upland section in this. It's off of public notice. This is on the Burglar Rose Highway as you make that big curve to go into Lafourche. This is all in cultivation right now. But there was some work done by the Corps of Engineers. You can see that MBN number. This is the particulars on the borrow pit. So our recommendation is for the LCUP with the following conditions, which are pretty standard. They got to conform, however, to some sections of the borrow pit ordinance, which is included, will be included with the permit. So our recommendation is the LCUP with the conditions as are stated.
Well, motion to accept the conditions, the permit with conditions stated.
I move.
Moved by Barry,
Second.
second by Jan. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed?
The drawing.
You want to go back to it?
I just want to look back.
That's the cross section.
No, before that, in the curve. So it's before the curve?
Well, it's, there's that big 90-degree curve, you know what that is? Well, all that's in cultivation right
It's
now.
all in sugar.
It's all in sugar cane. So this was an area that's behind the sugar cane. But see that wooded area? They got to stay out of that. They know. You gotta.
I know who owns the wooded area. So that's more mitigation right there.
If they would get into that wooded area, yeah, that is mitigation. I mean, that's bottomland hardwoods,
That's all sugar cane.
not in that wooded area.
No.
But all around it is sugar cane, yeah. That's all prior converted land.
Yeah, it's been there forever.
All right.
Been there
Any
forever.
opposed? Motion carried.
All right. The next one, Mr. Alvarez has got a lot at 170 Madison Canal Court in Lower Montague. He wants to rebuild a camp on existing pilings. This area is upland. This is a picture of his location. Here's the existing pilings. He just wants to rebuild the camp on top of that. So he's got some pictures of what he wants to do with it, but they're kind of hard to make out. But he's going to build on those existing pilings anyway. So this is the locations right there at before you cross the Madison Canal Bridge. You turn off and go down this little, we call it Madison Canal Court, and it's near the end. It's all upland.
Are those pilings up to elevation?
Barry, I don't know. And guess what? Ain't our problem. If he goes to get his building permit
Yeah. Well,
and he's not at the right elevation,
Yeah.
then he's going to have to deal with that.
I'll see you. Okay.
But it's up pretty high.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I was just wondering, because I knew what I said.
Yeah, he's up pretty high. So our recommendation here, because this is a no direct or significant impact, NDSI, to waters or wetlands, anything like that. So that's the recommendation.
Yeah,
Just
motion,
issue the NDSI.
Approved recommendation,
I approve.
approved by Barry,
I see you gonna show
second
it
by
off,
Jan.
but it's all right.
Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed?
Yeah, that's on tape.
Motion passed.
All right, we don't have any state concerns. There were no consistency determinations this time, so that's all we have on the permits, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Ms. Black. The subcommittee did not meet, so we have no report. The next meeting to be determined is when we got matters to vote on or to review. Discussion of restoration project.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. On the first page at TE 117, although I'm not going to be at that October 9th task force meeting, this was recommended for deauthorization, and I think the task force, excuse me, is going to accept that recommendation and deauthorize that project. So since it never made it to construction, the money is going to cycle back into it. The other four projects, C, D, E, and F, these are projects that after the first of the year should be going out for bid. So hopefully there'll be some construction that'll take place. Although on some of these, I think they may have to do a little re-engineering because of the delay in getting these projects to construction, but they ought to have the extra money. Two of those are in Terrebonne Parish, and two of them are in Lafourche, but they're both important to us given their location. TE 165, that Terrebonne HNC Island restoration was under delay, but Weeks had to find their approach path, so to speak. And that should be done, so they should be resuming their work very shortly, and it's got to be completed by mid-December. Not that much to do out there. TE 163 on page 2, that's Raccoon Island restoration. The only thing on this, and I think we may have reported this before, is that they thought they were going to be able to take the borrow source from the western end of Raccoon Island. Can't do it, not enough sand. So they're going to have to go to Ship Shoal, so that's going to jack the price up on it, but way it goes. All right, T 181 Eastern Terrebonne Land Bridge restoration. The federal partners are still out there digging around in the muck trying to find a path for it. But there's been some discussion on this about having, and this comes from CPRA, this is not me, of having the Terrebonne Levee and Conservation District take over that land bridge project. I said, well, guys, good luck. Thank you. So, other updates on page 2, the 2029 Coastal Master Plan, we've added at this point, in addition to the original 17, we've added 2 more projects that Soon, we're gonna do the Bayou Copasaw Freshwater Sediment Diversion Project. But I think the project proposal to neck down, I don't know why we didn't do this before, neck down Grand Pass, because that salt water is messing up everything north of Bay Rockersy. We have to neck that down to stop that. So that's been submitted. Hopefully, it'll make the cut. We, as you know, we got that FY 25 matching, parish matching grant project from CPRA to do phase 2 of those terraces to the east of Bay Rockersy that Ducks Unlimited had started but didn't finish, although they've got the permitting and engineering done. So we submitted, got the grant, putting up $100,000 match on the. Yes, sir.
You can finish your statement.
Well, at the council meeting coming up, there's a provision on there to authorize the parish president to execute both the IGA with CPRA, intergovernmental agreement with CPRA, and the CEA with Ducks Unlimited for the construction. So hopefully we'll get a coastal restoration project on the ground here. Yes, sir.
I want to ask the terraces that are built.
Yes,
What is the foundation?
sir.
What is the foundation?
But the
for
foundation
these?
is they take in situ material, assuming that the soil is right, and I think it is out there, and they just keep building it up.
Mhm.
I think those terraces are, 30 to 40 feet wide,
Mhm.
and they're probably, they build them up to 3 or 4 feet above the water level. But now, when they build them, it's gonna de-water.
Mhm.
They're gonna shrink a little bit, so they gotta come back and do that again until it hits the design height and kind of stays there. And they could be as much as 500 feet long, sometimes more than 1,000. And they build them in series, and they're not so far apart that you can't get submerged aquatic vegetation to grow between them, which is good for habitat. And at some point, they're gonna come back and plant vegetation on those terraces. And they break down wave fetch, they help in storm surge. I mean, they're good. If you can't get a marsh creation project per se, to pump sediment in, if you can do a terrace project, that's the next best thing. And so we're fortunate to be able to do that.
So our regular levee system is the same process, the foundation, or is it
On a
different?
much bigger scale.
Okay.
A much bigger scale. Yeah, because that's a lot more weight on that levee. So you got a 350 foot base, and they're piling up a lot of dirt.
Yeah.
Terraces, not that nearly that much.
And the terraces slough off in the water where the levee's got a neutral zone, I should say,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
they start from here. They know they got to end here, so they got a buffer zone. Then they start going up, and they keep going up and keep going up until it finally settles to the right.
Someplace got like 100 foot of berm.
Yeah, yeah. On the terraces act as their own buffer zone, so to
Right.
speak. In a terrace field. So anyway.
But the terraces are meant not to be a levee; they're meant to be the height
Yeah.
they are. To flood when the tide gets high and all that, because that's the wildlife that's in there. That's what they use.
The permit on page 3, the permits through the month of September, 10 permits, state concerns, 1 local concern. We initiated 16, Vicky did, initiated 16 permits. Our total permits yielded 14,500 for the year, puts us at 52,800. And Vicky is still pounding the pavement to get more money in. So she's been very good at that. So that's the meeting schedule on the last page. And unless there's any questions, Mr. Chairman, that's all I got.
I have none. Anybody got any more questions for Mr. Black? Thank you, Mr. Black.
You're welcome, sir.
All right, public comment. Any public comment?
All those columns inside the budget.
No. Committee comments, Mr.
So just wanted to let everybody know in Jeff's absence that Ducks Unlimited is hosting their annual banquet at the Civic Center on November the 6th. And you know, Ducks Unlimited has been a tremendous partner with our parish,
Yeah.
and they do initiate a lot of restoration projects. So I would encourage everybody to go out and support them.
There's also one in Montague,
In Montague too, yes.
next week, yeah, same weekend as the Ruger, I ain't gonna be there.
And I believe Delta Waterfowls this week as well.
I saw,
And they are helping build the duck farm. They're taking it.
Awesome.
yeah, there was in,
Superior Services providing the pipe, Servo Tubulars helping out, so we pretty much got this whole thing done. 100 duck boxes for.
so they calling them wood duck boxes, but these whistling ducks are taking over the wood duck boxes.
Still ducks.
Any more committee member comments? Okay, the next meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, November 4th. The meeting is at 5 p.m. here at the council meeting room. Do I have a motion adjourned? Motion by Barry, second by Jan. Meeting adjourned.
Damn,
They getting around.
16 minutes? Moving on.
That's fine. They should go on next Wednesday.
Yeah, that camp platform pretty high. The winds what damaged them for
Yeah.
Ida.
Right, I saw,
Right, so it should be next Wednesday.
I got another friend that,
Yeah, that's fine.
they wanna build a camp, but they got a,
Oh, you turned it in.
I don't believe that pile is
Yeah,
a flight,
I think those are about the height of Madison Bridge.
yeah.
I mean, I fished this one. That's one of my main fishing. I pass through Madison.
Well, we've been going fishing down there. I got a buddy got a net, and we go fishing over there at night with him, just trying to shoot the breeze with him, and I noticed a lot of those campsites and all. And I saw one guy that was cleaning up on it. I hope to see him come down there because I mean, it generates some more revenue for them.
I love dancing.
But there ain't nothing left once